Well, hello. Yes, we're building what we believe is the first truly decentralized blockchain-based distribution marketplace, video-on-demand distribution marketplace. I've been in film business and film distribution for over 20 years, and I could see how distribution models changed and how the old models feel very obsolete today and don't serve nor the industry, neither the audience. So our idea was to find a solution which would open access to tens of thousands of great films which are hidden in the industry catalogs to the audience all around the world. And blockchain is the perfect technology for that, because it helps us to deal with a few important problems with the film industry facing. First of all, it's the lack of trust and transparency, because with traditional video-on-demand platforms, all the reports are non-verifiable. As a distributor, I know that I receive these reports, and I always wonder, okay, what are they based on? How can I be sure that they are true? But I can't. So the only thing I can do is just to invoice these companies and hope that they're decent people. But it's not a good model. Then it's a lot of administrative burden, because even if you build like a really big video-on-demand operation with tens, even hundreds of content suppliers, then it's a lot of work to keep a track of everything and to send royalty reports to everyone, to deal with invoicing and so on. And the third problem is content availability and centralization, because the films nowadays are sold on the territory basis. In order for a film to be available for an audience in a certain country, a local distributor must buy it and pay money upfront. And this model is still working, and I don't think it will go anywhere, because filmmakers want to have money upfront. But lots of films are not sold, or they were sold but rights expired and nobody is renewing the rights. It's quite a typical situation. So most of the classic films are not available at all. So I thought that the blockchain and our idea of kind of community-driven marketplace could help us to solve all these problems.
Fantastic. So, I mean, you briefly just touched on various aspects of the blockchain, and we understand that you've deployed Ethereum. Any other major fundamental use of the technology as you've used that you think will revolutionize the distribution model?
Well, what we are doing actually, yes, I think we will revolutionize it in a way that in our model, anybody can become a distributor. It's open for everybody to distribute films as long as the films are inside this marketplace. Because I think there is one fundamental misconception that in every situation you have to cut the middleman and to make everything direct. But film industry is not interested in cutting, in removing middlemen, because if you remove people in the middle, the audience will be facing a giant unstructured pile of films where nobody will be able to find anything. And when I meet with people from the film industry, they all ask the same question: how do we know that our films will be taken good care of? Who will be pushing our films to the audience? Who will be promoting our films? Who will be passionate about our films to sell it to other people? That's what the film industry needs. So film industry doesn't need getting rid of middlemen. Film industry needs an army of middlemen who love films, who are passionate about films, who know how to sell the films. And that's what we create, because in our system, we let anybody to start selling films. And what blockchain is essential for is that there will be a lot of different players, both content providers, these individually run video stores, users, and ourselves. And blockchain would help us to instantly and fairly distribute the revenues. And I think that's what film industry is really looking for, a model which would guarantee them that.
So, do you believe, if we look at the major video-on-demand players who are providing content to, or at least distributing the content, such as Netflix or Amazon Prime, do you see the future of your technology and blockchain being utilized by those kind of companies in the future?
Well, at the moment, we see them as our competitors. Maybe it's very bold to say they are a startup, they're like huge multi-billion dollars international operators. But we want to build our own major platform to become major players ourselves. And what we offer the market and the audience and the film industry is a different way of connecting films to the audience. Because if you go to one of maybe to the biggest transactional video on demand platform, iTunes, and as a distributor, I worked a lot with iTunes. I know how they operate. So you always see that they choose what to put on the front page. It's their choice. And when a content provider, film owner, like a distributor or sales agent or producer, gives them a film, the film's owner has no control over will the film be featured in the front page or will it be thrown to the mass grave, because most of iTunes is a mass grave of films. And I know by my royalty report that if the film is hidden in the catalog, very few people would find it. So, and basically every other platform works like this. And Netflix is the same, because I know there are lots of films on Netflix, which I would love to see. But Netflix never shows them to me, because they choose based on what their algorithms suggest to them, what to show on the front page. So this is how a centralized model works. We want to return to the decentralized world of independent video stores of the past. If you remember, we had like 5-10 years ago, we had a lot of video rental stores. And they had their individual owners, and different video stores had different editorial policies based on what they thought was best for their local audience, and also based on what the owner was passionate about. And that's exactly what we want to return to the world of online video. We want to return human touch, we want to return passion, we want to return love to films. We want to let people who know a lot about films, who are passionate about them, who love them, to create their own selections, to curate them, and to attract their own audience. So instead of having just one front page like iTunes for the entire country, we're going to have an unlimited number of front pages based on different kinds of audiences and different kinds of influencers who run these individual stores.
Great. Well, thank you, Mr. Klebanov, for joining us today on RadarZero's VideoByte series. For further information on Cinezen, please visit www.cinezen.io.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and it's cut. Okay, you back on?
Yes. Well, I think one of our biggest challenges here was to find a solution which would be accepted by international film industry. Because basically the industry and the people and the audience, they want the same, to make the films available. But every film in the world has owners, and sometimes multiple owners. The right system is very intricate and complicated. So if you come with a solution which sounds good, but which is not accepted by the industry, you end up with a good software but zero films. And you can't you can't work like that. So for us, very important was to offer the film industry not just a good technical solution, but a very truthful legal framework, which would build a bridge between the world of like legal ownership of the films and the decentralized world inside this blockchain-based marketplace. And I think we managed that, because now we have the first ever blockchain video on demand license agreement, which was drafted by a very respectable LA-based law firm, Harris Tuchin and Associates. That's what I